Klemheist knot or the French Machard knot. Hopefully I've said that right, because my French is absolutely limited. And that's what we're going to look at today. It's more commonly known as the Kleimheist knot, and it's a type of frictional grip hitch. And the whole idea of this particular knot is that when you get hold of it from this end, you can actually slide it up, and you can see my rope passing through quite easily like so. But when I actually pull on this end here, as I pull, let's pull really tight, and as you can see, it grips around the rope like so and doesn't allow it to move. And so from what I understand is that climbers use this one. Okay, here we go. If you are a climber, please check your equipment, etc., and don't use this knot until you've had confirmation that this will hold your weight, etc. But from what I understand is this particular knot is useful for ascending or descending a rope, and the whole idea is that as you go up the rope, you take this particular knot with you, and when you get to a certain point, you can actually use it as a hold to hold you in place. Or, from what I believe, is you can actually have a couple of these to actually ascend a rope, so that you're actually using this particular knot to climb. So anyway, that is the Kleimheist knot. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to tie it. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and undo this, and let's get on and let's get knotting. Right, so what I've got here is I've basically got myself a length of rope, and in the end of that rope I've tied the two ends together using a double fisherman's knot. And if you're not sure on how to tie the double fisherman's knot, what I will do is I will put a link in the description below on how to tie this particular knot. And personally, I love this knot because you can actually use it to adjust the size of your loop. However, if you're putting weight on it, the whole idea is that those two knots will come together and lock your loop in place. So what I've done is I have created myself a loop of rope, and so the first thing I need to do is get my main climbing rope in place. It doesn't necessarily have to be a climbing rope, it could be a spar or something like that you want to actually secure this Kleimheist knot to. Blimey. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I get my cordage, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it so that it's off center. This knot is not right at the end, because basically when we use this, we don't want this knot to interfere with anything we're doing at this end. So we just take it off center like so, out of shot, and then the next thing I do is I get the other end of my cordage like so, take the kinks out. This is one problem you will find with this. And what I've done now is I've passed it underneath there. The problem you will find with this, as you're wrapping it around your main rope, this rope does have a tendency to want to twist and kink and needs a lot of care and attention. So the next thing I'm going to do is pull a fair bit through, because what we're looking at is we want to do a minimum of 3 turns around our main rope. So here's my loop. And first of all, I'm going to pass it over my main rope like so once, and I think we need to take a little bit more through, so take a little bit more through. So we've gone over once, and then go round, keep it parallel twice, and this one's a real doddle to do. Oh, I've twisted it there, and then round for a third time, like so, and then round again for a fourth time, like so. And so now we have it. You can see now that I have now basically coiled one end of my loop around my main climbing rope like so. And this is going off to my knotted end. Right, so what we want to do now is, it does take a little bit of dressing, because you will find that it does try to come undone a little bit or twist in a way that you don't want it to. So dress it up as best you can. And then the next thing we do is we take this top loop here that we've finished with, and we bring it down over all the previous turns that we've got down there. And then the next thing we do is we take the other end of our loop and pass it up through that top loop there, and then pull it back out of the way like so. And then just go round, pull it up tight and dress it. So pull it up tight, start taking the slack out of it, and then gradually you will end up with a nice tight knot around there, or tight Klemheist hitch around there. And as we pull on it, just gently tease it through until it's got a nice secure on it. And then as we now put weight on this, we can now pull on this, and you can see it tries to untwist it, and it's not unlike the Prusik knot. It tries to come untwisted, and what you're basically doing is you're causing friction from the yellow rope onto the coloured rope underneath there like so. And so now what we can do is, if we want to move it up, we can just pass it up like so, and then once we've got it in the position we want, as we pull down, and it's not multi-directional, so you have to tie it in the way that you want your load to be carried. So if our loop is at the bottom here like so, there's only one way we can put our load, is at the bottom here. And then when I pull on this now, it gradually clamps itself round there tight like a boa constrictor and holds it absolutely tight. So there we have it. That is the Kleimheist knot, or the French Machard knot. So once again, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hey, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. Please do leave a comment. And if you want more videos like this, please subscribe below. Thanks very much then. Bye-bye.